BBC Radio 4. Hello, and here is the news. We've just heard that Terry Wogan has been incinerated by a BBC radio lightning strike. Happy birthday, Maddie. Other programmes. And now, the James Whale Radio Show.
Well, 4 inches of rain.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the James Whale Radio Show tonight. As you can see, most of the people behind us are indulging in their favourite fantasies, and that's what we're doing tonight. We're looking at fantasies, role play, and all that sort of thing. A motley-looking crew behind me, I think you'll have to agree. And if you have any fantasies or anything you want to tell me about along those lines, well, you can ring us now. You know the number, 0532 46 1000. You can also fax us as well. I'll tell you the number later. But we start, as usual, with some music. You can carry on now, fellas. Here's the video from Waterfront and Cry. Waterfront and Cry. That's their new video. We played that one for Tony. That came from all the team here. Tony from the record company has been trying to get a record on this show for a long time. He made it. Now, Chris and Andy here are playing the Space Hulk fantasy game, which is a little less violent than some of the stuff we had outside, isn't it?
Oh, just about.
Yeah? We're going to find out actually what the rules are. They're going to play through the game. These are from Games Workshop, through the show, which is more like a game tonight, actually. Well, carry on. Start off. Yeah, throw the dice. Get into it.
Rolling, okay?
Yeah. You go.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Roll for this first.
Very technical. Very technical. I rather like this.
Got it.
The one thing, actually, that I should point out is that most of the fantasies tonight, apart from this divine one down here, of course, in the personage of Suzi Quatro, Suzi Quatro, right? is a little violent, and I don't think we should really we should have too much violence. We've got some humour from Boothby over there. You got any fantasies, or shouldn't I ask you?
Yeah, I have very humble fantasies.
Humble fantasies?
I dream of sort of appearing at the final of Wimbledon and coming second, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that is a humble fantasy, isn't it, really?
Humble.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. I dream of live television as well.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, sit down, go to sleep, and we'll
All right,
wake you up a little bit later on when it's your
Thank
turn.
you. Happy birthday,
Okay.
Maddie. Missed it.
Actually, Susie's going to... We're going to see Susie's new video.
Hooray!
She's going to sing for us.
Yes.
Going to tap dance on the table a little bit later on.
I will tap if you'd like me to.
Can you tap?
Yeah, I'm Catholic and I've got great rhythm.
Yeah. Go on. Go on, do it. Yeah.
That was a joke.
It's a little naughty joke, a little naughty.
I'll sing, you do the comment.
OK, the fax number. We've got some faxes. If you want to send us faxes, we may be able to get a few in. The fax number, 0532 421 830. There it is on the screen. Now, how many of you have fantasised during your youth or at other times about being a film star, being in a film? I always wanted to be John Wayne. And earlier this week, or was it last week? I can't remember. I think it was last week. I got my wish. You have a look at this.
Whaley goes to town.
Now, we're here at the headquarters of Splatoon. Now, this fantasy role-playing exercise is to encourage self-reliance, teamwork, and to be able to look after yourselves. Except the whale team have decided to become a subversive element, knocking off members of both sides. So we're not playing with them. We've got cameraman, Sparks, sound, director, and Batman. Can you lift that up a bit? Batman over here, Gordon. OK, now, we want you to take this seriously. This is not a game for the faint-hearted. So if you, like me, don't approve of guns, killing people, or any of this sort of fighting, perhaps you should be going and making a cup of coffee. Are you all ready? OK. Now, team, I want no quarter given, no quarter taken here today. I know it's not what you're used to, messing around here, but this is a very serious business, and I want you at all times to wear your protective face mask and goggles, not to mention the snoot. Gordon, demonstrate to them exactly how we wear the mask. A more motley-looking crew, I think it's hard to find. Are you ready? Yeah. My My God, it's enough to frighten a rabbit. Let's get out there and give them hell, men. This way. Gordon, get under cover.
Yes, give me Tabby.
My hand blown off. Does that make any difference? I knew that was always blue blood. Look, see? Now, these rather strange-looking people are the people who have survived this last battle. I don't know whether Vietnam or Korea or maybe the Second World War was anything like this, but to these guys, of course, it's real. Fantasy is a part of everyday life. Do you feel Omar Sharif look-alike here? Do you feel that you are a better person for all this?
Oh, definitely,
Do
definitely.
you feel you're going to be more adventurous in your job?
I ought to be, because I conned the rest of them to come here.
Did you? This gentleman here I shot in the back and enjoyed every second of it.
You want to?
Do you want to show the mark? Look at that.
There's one lower.
There's one lower?
No.
You're teaching people, or you say you're not, but you're teaching people, really, to get an idea of what it might be like to shoot someone else. Do you think that's a good thing to do or not?
They're playing at cowboys and Indians. It's just fun.
Because I'd be interested, people watching the programme now, to let me know whether they think it's a good idea, because there's this growing wish to stop kids playing with guns when they're young, which is really what this is all about, isn't it? It's a game.
Yes, but it's so much more fun being a kid when you're older than it ever was when you were
Yeah.
a child. You get more fun out of it.
Yeah. Do you think it actually does enhance team spirit in some way or not?
Oh, it certainly does. We get an awful lot of people who come here, and normally they wouldn't communicate together, especially people in different walks of life. And out there, they're all the same. They work together as a team.
OK, Chris, thanks very much indeed. If you have any views on this, whether you think it's a good thing or a bad thing, if you think it's promoting violence or you think it actually helps get the violence out of people, give us a ring. Leeds 46 1000. We're back after the break.
I don't know, but I've been told. Change well on your radio. Now he's on the TV too. Call him now, he'll talk to you. I don't know, but I've been told. Change well on your radio. Now he's on the TV too. Call him now, he'll talk to you.
Now, so far, we've been beaten. So I decided the only thing to do was to get all the girls on the team, plus the professionals led by Steve, up here to the high ground, and we're going to take on the rest of them. There are about 40 people out there. There are half a dozen young ladies, Gordon, Cecil, Sparks, Sound, and a couple of professionals. And we're going to hold them off all afternoon, if necessary. What do you think we need to do first, Steve?
Right, simply we need to protect this high area here. If
Yeah.
the opposition get behind that, then we're sitting ducks. So we'll make sure we've got a strong defence here.
These will be the most expendable people here?
No, they're the most important
They're the
people.
most important
Yeah.
people.
If they go,
OK.
we've had it in here.
Right.
Yeah,
OK, we better put the professionals there.
that's right.
Where are the most expendable people?
In here.
We'll put the crew in here. OK, listen, fellas, what do you want to do?
I think we should ask them if they want to surrender.
Whoa, fantastic. Now, the cameraman and the rest of the crew were working under war conditions there. I want to tell you that, and they deserve, really, a round of applause, don't you think? Yeah, a round of applause. Good, good. because the guy on camera was actually targeted by a lot of those people, and we'd like to thank Splatoon. Now, there are lots of these war game places, Susie. I don't know if you know that. Loads of places. And you go and play it, and apparently it's supposed to build up team spirit and stuff like that. Lots of overweight businessmen. I give her a packet of late-night entertainment, and she can't get over it. I mean,
do you want me to show everybody what's in there?
They know, they know.
Oh, they
but
do.
You can blow one up if you want.
Oh, is it balloons as well?
Balloons in there, yeah, balloons.
So a double. So in case it's a Saturday night.
What the hell was I talking about?
I don't know. I'm a good Catholic girl. I can use these.
I remember. As far as I'm concerned, though, those places seem to me... I mean, I enjoyed it. And it makes you feel violent. You want to go out and you want to thumb somebody. So I don't know if it's a good idea or not.
It's not therapeutic then, is it?
I don't think so, because it gets you really excited.
It makes you want to go over the edge.
Yeah. Let's take a few calls. If you have any views, give us a ring. You know the number. First of all, a caller with no name. Where are the calls, as a matter of interest? Caller with no name. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I've been trying to get through for age.
Thank you. Oh, yes, and who are you, sir?
This is Barry Screaming Joe. Can you send a car round to 26 Daltrey Avenue, Solihull, because I want to go to a party in Tamworth, please?
Barry, this is the James Wales show. It's not a taxi phone.
No, you misheard me then. I don't want to go to Wales. I want to go to Tamworth.
No, Barry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this.
Just a bit. Hang on a bit. No, my mate's just turned up with his motorbike. I don't need one now, so don't worry about it.
OK, well, listen, Barry.
Hello?
Barry.
Hello?
Go away. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I can't help that. I'm sorry. We've got a few problems with the phone tonight. I'm sorry. David's phoning us from Exeter. Hello, David.
Hi, James.
Hi, David.
Talking of fantasies, is it easy to cope with the fame of being a legend in your own imagination?
I think I cope quite well, don't you?
Would you like one of these?
Yes, I think I know where you can put it as well. Right, thank you, David. Larry from Doncaster. Hello, Larry. She's going to wet herself in a minute and I can't cope. Yes, Larry, hi.
Listen, I had a fantasy.
Yes?
Well, that was to get through to your show tonight.
Oh, good. Well, we fulfilled yours. Thank you, Larry. That's good. Roger's calling us from London. Hello, Roger. Any fantasies or not?
Yes, thanks, I have.
You have?
Yes.
Which are?
Dressing up as a woman.
Thank you very much indeed. That's good, that's good. I'm sorry about this, you know. Sue from London. Hello, Sue.
Hi, James.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, I'd like to make love to Bernard Manning.
You would?
Well, I'd like to watch.
Especially over the kitchen sink.
Sue?
Yes?
I'll try and fix it up. Not next week, but maybe in a couple of weeks' time on the show, OK?
So you'll phone me back?
Yeah, we'll phone you back.
OK, thanks.
Thank you, Sue. Well, that's a good one. I enjoyed that.
Well, I mean,
really nice. Daz from Birmingham. Hello, Daz.
Hello, James.
Hello. Sorry, Daz. Yes, hello.
First of all, I want to say it's great to have a real man back on the box.
Thank you, Daz. That's nice. I like him. He's very nice.
While you were off for your week, Nina Miskov was slagging you off to pieces. So what do you think of her?
Oh, no! I have to be quite honest with you. Could we come in on close-up on this sincere piece? Just a little close-up. Close-up. Come on, for goodness sake. That's it. Nina Mishkov is only upset because I refused her. That's all. I said no. Thank you very much indeed. James from Leeds. Hello, James.
Hello?
Hi.
Is that James?
Yes, thank you. Bye. Nicola from Dartford. Hello, Nicola.
Hello.
Hello, Nicola.
Hello.
Hello, Nicola.
She'd like to make love to the girl that wanted to make love to Bernard Manning.
Oh, beg your pardon? No.
Susie, I thought you were a good Catholic girl.
I am, but I'm just sort of getting into the spirit of things here.
Good. Here.
I'd like to
Have another one. Thank you.
custard.
You would like to what?
Make love in a bath of custard.
Make love in a bath of custard.
Yeah.
OK, can we put that down and make sure we'll try that a little later on? Thank you very much indeed. Thanks a lot. Bye. Golly. OK.
God, aren't you going to ask me my fantasy now?
Yeah, I was saving that until the end, but go on.
Okay.
What
no,
is
actually,
it?
no, because, you know, I want to be left with my fantasies, actually, because I think the fantasy is always better than the reality.
And as soon as you tell somebody, you're knackered. We've got loads of faxes. Thank you for the faxes. We take these back to the office if we don't use them on the show and have a jolly good laugh. Hello, Mr. Wales. Say hello to Richard Brumpton for us as he threatened to sue us today. Ah, dear, Joan, don't do that. From James and Connie with Chanel and kisses. Very nice, isn't it? Don't sue them. It's not worth it. OK, do you want to... You introduce... You did that
What
TV
are we doing?
show. Do your video now.
Oh, you want to do it properly?
Yeah, go on.
Hey, everybody, I'll tell you what, Suzi Quatro's back in town. She's got a new video out, and she is happening, man. She's going for it. I tell you what, nothing can hold this girl down. New single out right now called Baby, You're a Star.
yeah. You're trying to fool me now. I thought we were going to a break. We're going to have a look at the mail. Thank you for the letters, and we've had a lot. Kevin Wood in Cleveland wrote and said, this show is an excellent combination of investigative journalism, interviews, humour, music, and sometimes drama. I can't think he's been watching this show, actually. How about including some discussions on fetishism and sadomasochism? Obviously, this sort of thing has a very frightening and sinister image. We're doing that for you tonight. Jan Medina in Leeds says fantasies about knights in shining armour rescuing her and playing the part of one of Henry VIII's wives is good. Jane Skinner in Richmond in Surrey thinks that a great fantasy for the viewer would be to turn the programme off. I hope you have a rotten weekend, Jane. Mark Weston in Nottingham says that role-playing games have been linked to witchcraft and people should be very careful. Actually, he thinks the implication that we're all disciples of the devil indicates a high level of ignorance that many people have of the matter. I don't know. And Carol Kirkman from Arnold says her husband Mike's fantasy is to make love to 17 women in a big bowl of rice pudding. Ah, yes, Paula. Get a clock, Paula's. This is the sexual... Don't you mess that up. It's taken me ages to get it like this. Just walk across that way. Can't believe it. And go out that way. Golly, we're going to take some more calls in a few moments. Let me just remind you, though, a programme in a couple of weeks' time. We're looking at service and manners. A thing of the past, don't you think, Suze?
Service and manners.
Manners and service. You go into a shop, they look at you sort of...
They do.
Don't they? Eh?
They're either pushing you to buy something or they're wondering what the hell you're doing there. Yeah, one or the other.
So what we would like you is to write to the programme, the address coming up. Can we have the address? We have the address up? There we are, Wales Mail, for any letters about anything, but particularly about a shop where you get lousy service, and we'll pop along secretly and film it. So if you would like to do that, send it to us as soon as you can. Now, some more calls. Keith from High Wycombe. Hello, Keith.
Hello, James.
Yes, Keith.
Hello,
Fine.
Sue.
Your fantasy.
Yeah, my fantasy. Well, it was only tonight. I'm actually announcing it. That I mean, I'm
Fantastic. When you can get your words out, you can come back and talk to me again. Elsa from London. Hello, Elsa. Elsa from London.
Elisa, you're trying to say?
Is it Elisa?
Elisa, that's me.
Okay, well, if somebody writes these down a little more clearly,
Shall I get to the point?
Sorry, I interrupted you, Elisa. I beg your pardon. Yeah.
Right, about Splatoon. I think that it's silly. If these people were caught up in a real war and seeing people with their intestines hanging out, as I was in 1974, they wouldn't want to play these stupid games. And I think perhaps what they need is a stretch in a real army, in a real war. That's all I have to say.
Good one. I actually agree with you. Thank you very much indeed. Chuck from Glasgow.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Chuck.
Well, James, good to have you back.
Thank you, Chuck. What can we do for you?
I disagree with what that woman said there.
You?
It gets away tension. It stops you feel like walking up to somebody in the street and punching them in the face.
Oh, you want to go and see a psychiatrist about this, Chuck? I can think of a better way of getting rid of tension, can you?
I can think of a much better way, yes. It's free.
Yeah, it's free, absolutely free. Gary from Hertfordshire.
James, I spend a lot of money on prostitution with acting out my personal fantasies.
Yeah. Well, won't you cut to a photograph of poor old Suzi for when you said that? Do you
Everybody keeps doing that.
Sorry about that, Gary. You didn't
I'd
quite
like to
get
hear
that.
that, actually.
Bobby from Huddersfield. Hello, Bobby.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Very
I used
well.
to be a professional footballer, and to be a rock and roll singer, I'd have realised I would have had more women and a hell of a lot more money as well.
Yeah. I suppose
But there's a moral to
well,
that.
right, yeah. It's a moral. You've got a very gravelly voice there, Bobby.
Well, Rod Stewart made a fortune out of it.
Yeah. Can you sing something? Hang on, let's see. We quick audition on the air. Give us a song.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you.
Okay, fine. Thanks very much indeed, Bobby. That's good. Right. Paul from London. Hello, Paul.
50 gold pieces for each of his rings you find.
Ah! Talking about fantasies and role
You find yourself in a dark cavern with rough-cut stone walls. To the east is a heavy wooden door. Passageways lead off to the south.
That is Fantasy Phone Line. It's a game called Fist, and what you do is you phone in one of these lines. It's got a great line I heard the other day called Slag Line. Forgotten the number, unfortunately. Anyway, you phone up this line.
Available.
You phone up this line, and you play games. You answer questions. If you get the question right, then you get through to a different level. That's quite entertaining.
Actually, that sounds quite interesting. You haven't got the number.
Yeah, I've got the number. I'll give it to you later.
Climb the staircase to the north.
Ooh. And you get blown up and all sorts of things like that. More calls coming up soon, more faxes, and we've actually had a telex. We haven't had many telexes. To James, well, you've had faxes, you've had phone calls, now you've got a telex. Could you call me on 06248? No, not at the moment. We'll take a break, don't go away. Okay, we're back. Now, I was talking to the guys a little earlier about the fantasy games, and we decided... That's very nice, good. That's very good, yes.
What's he doing?
He's cute, isn't he? He's kind of waving at me because I was looking at the wrong flipping camera. So
well, it's the one with the red light on, James. You see?
Don't do that
one.
again. Yeah, they do that the whole time. They think that's funny,
yeah.
but it isn't very funny.
Which is your good side.
Okay, good. Okay, we went down to Nottingham the other day to Games Workshop to find out how they were all made. Look at this.
Whaley goes to town.
Cold, dank mists flowed over the ground. In the distance sounded the discordant blare of horns. Hurriedly, the dwarfs formed up in battle lines and prepared to meet the advancing goblin hordes. The day of reckoning was here, and its outcome would be decided in pitched battle. Now, that's what I call a fantasy. Rather nice, isn't she? Now, this is Andy. He's projects manager, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, and he's in charge of helping to develop and promote all these kind of fantasy games that people play. And we're going to look at some of them. This one over here is great. This is like a version of American football, apparently pretty big in America.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They'll all sit around, watch the TV, drink some Budweiser and play Blood Bowl of an evening, yeah.
So the rules are basically like American football, but you just have these sort of strange beings from another world.
Yeah, they all have different characteristics. You know, elves are pretty quick off the mark, and your orcs here are pretty tough.
I mean, this one I like. This is the model of the picture we just showed. This can you see that? That's the
elven cheerleader.
Yes, yes. You don't know her, do you? She's not modelled on a friend, is she?
She might be.
One of the biggest criticisms of this sort of thing, these fantasy and role-playing games, is you know, where we used to have. Speaking for myself anyway, the cowboys and Indians and the soldiers in the red tunics and things, we used to line them up. Now the games are much more violent.
Well, I don't know, cowboys and Indians were all shooting each other, isn't it? Bows and arrows and pistols at dawn.
They do say some of them are rather gross. I mean, this looks to me to be dual sexual. It seems to have a little male member down in the bottom here, and it also has female breasts up here. It has the most...
I think you'll find, actually, those are bits of his innards coming out. He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy?
He's nasty, yeah.
And he lives like this, he's just sort of decaying. Can you see all this? He's decaying down here. His backbone is exposed through a gash in the back of him. I mean, if kids were to buy these, and quite a lot of times kids do go, I mean, although quite a lot of adults have these games.
Yeah, the modal age of the kids who buy them is about 16, 17.
Yeah. What is your favourite character, Andy? Show me your favourite character.
Well, at the moment,
it's a pretty normal bit of TV, that. Show me your favourite character. You can tell.
Well, that's the guys in here in Space Hulk. These are the good guys, believe it or not.
This is Space Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Terminator Sergeant.
Yeah. This thing here, presumably, is to terminate you with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And what do they do? What's the object of this game?
Well, in this game, the good guys, as I say, are these. They're Imperial Terminator Marines.
Yes.
And they're going into these ancient spaceships to get out some relics of past technology.
It's a great leap forward, Andy, from Totopoly, which is the one I used to have at home.
You didn't have games like this when I was a kid, that's for sure.
Well, Andy, thank you very much indeed. It's been fascinating. May all your fantasies be good ones. And I've now been awarded, can you see this? I have now been awarded
Honorary Golden Demon.
Honorary Golden Demon Award for 1989. Untouched.
And so you should be.
Well, back at the old Games Workshop here, Andy and Chris are working well.
Well, he's moving forward.
Listen, I tell you, Andy, I wonder if you could make up... we're getting a lot of these sort of spooky fantasies. We haven't had enough sexual fantasies. Is there a good sexual fantasy game?
Sexual role-playing game?
Yeah.
Tricky one.
So good. What do you think about that?
Well, it'd be limited to a bedroom scenario, really, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily at all. Sounds a little boring to me.
Well, there's bags of custard or whatever.
Susie and I will talk about... Get your filthy, disgusting hand off me. He's been dead for 50 years?
At least.
50,000. It's quite disgusting. Actually, we tried to get Bernard on the phone. We couldn't get him on the phone for that lady who wanted to make love to him. I wondered if this was any good. Sort of, or not. Very nice. We'll come back and catch you later, fellas. They're space hulking, and what we need is it. I beg your pardon?
We've got their sound effects. We have technology.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes, I like that. Oh, yes, very nice. OK, now, a little humour on the programme. I think we are in need of it now. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your piece...
Put your pieces together.
Put your pieces of armour together, sling your chain mail around your neck, and welcome Boothby Graffoe.
We're running out of time. The Earth's in ruins. The rainforests are decimated. The ozone layer's got holes in it. The sea level's rising. Jason Donovan's making records. He'll be making films soon. There's a new film out now. It's the most successful war film ever made. It's a blockbusting epic cram-packed with adventure, sex, blood, gore, and violence. It's called Kate AD Goes Shopping. After 7,000 people were murdered in cold blood in Tiananmen Square, the British government stood up and said they didn't like it very much in the House of Commons. That must have put the wind up Deng Xiaoping. It frightened him so much, he's now knocking off students one at a time and hoping nobody notices. 7,000 people die in cold blood, and it brings out harsh words. 500 hippies organise a day trip to Stonehenge, and it brings out 800 police and 2 helicopters. What do they need helicopters for? How high do these hippies get? 800 police for 500 hippies. Please. My grandmother could take on 500 hippies, but she's too involved in the new fad, wrinkly armed robbery. She tried the first bank with my grandfather, who's 76. He disguised himself in my grandmother's surgical stocking. He suffocated and she fell over. The second robbery was more successful. She spent more time. She filed the serial number off a Zimmer frame and knitted her own full-face balaclava. She got away with £500,000 worth of used 10-shilling notes. The police eventually caught up with her when she drew attention to herself by being the only person in the Boots chemist queue sitting in a Parker Knoll recliner, stupid bat. But I bought myself a Rottweiler dog to keep me happy whilst Granny was away. I took it for a walk in the park and 2 3-year-old children mauled it to death. So I went to hospital. The doctor wanted to examine my insides. He gave me irradiated food. He said it was cheaper than barium. I can't help imagining that when irradiated food comes into being, that life will be one long Ready Brek advert. Save electricity, eat by the light of your dinner. The doctor asked me to take my shirt off. It was easy. It was a Neil Kinnock designer shirt. There were no buttons on it. I arrived there on Paddy Ashdown's bus. There was no seats on it. And I eventually sat on Margaret Thatcher's toilet. There's no U-bend in the pipe. All the shit just comes straight back again. The doctor examined me and looked at my heart, and he said, I'll tell you one thing about your heart. One very important thing about your heart is when it stops, you've got about 3 seconds, apparently. This is live television.
This is live.
This is live.
Very good.
Live television.
Very good.
This is live.
Now go down on the floor, Boothby.
Yes, this is
By the way, Boothby.
Fantasy, cat of 9 tails.
Oh, Boothby, don't do that. You're going to ruin that.
Oh, sorry, did I ruin the
Boothby,
jazz?
plug them in. Plug them in.
Sorry, James. Pass your testicles. I'll plug them in.
All right.
We'll be there.
I'm going to move over here. This will really muck him up. I do agree with the thing about the Stonehenge, don't you?
Yes.
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. Now, please, take it easy. I want you to come with me on a little culture trip. As you can see, we had Boothby on, and I think you will agree that was a very cultured piece of entertainment. Yes. Suzi is going to be cultured for us a little later on. But as we brought you first on this show, Edelweiss, nobody else was playing it, we played you the video, we have had our culture vultures searching the length and breadth of this planet to bring you more culture, to bring you the sort of thing that until now you could only see late at night on Channel 4. But here on the James Whale Extravaganza, because it has gone further than a show,
It has indeed, yeah.
we bring for you the first time, and I can see Steve Wright playing this very soon,
Must be crap, then.
Le Negre Vert, right here.
Hey, vous me reconnaissez? Ah, c'est moi.
Oh! Fantastic. You see that on all the radio stations and TV. How do you look? Le Negre Vert.
Verte.
Verte.
So
Yeah?
be it la mouche.
See?
Yes.
Up the mush.
I can't help
We
it.
were talking about that. Up the mush. It's right. Yeah. Up the
Soapy
mush.
the mush.
Soapy the mush. Yeah. It was good. We enjoyed
It
that.
was very strange.
We enjoyed that. What?
I'm
Oh,
saying
good.
nothing, I'm
Okay.
saying
Shut your mouth then.
nothing. Shut up.
Some calls. Thank you. Don't touch the hair. Very nice. No, I don't think it is.
I thought she was going to
What?
dress in something provocative.
Yeah.
How did she get out of it?
I don't know.
How did she get into it? That's the big question. How did she get into that?
Hang on. Come round here a minute. Just come in here. Let's have a quick
Goodness
look
me.
at this. You know, can you imagine this is a fantasy, sexual fantasy? How do you get... Oh, I can see how you get in because there are zips all the way around, aren't there? Yeah, do a little twirl for the you know, look at that. Yeah, it's actually the floor manager dressed up.
Goodness me.
Very nice. Now, Graham is on the line, thank you. Graham?
Hello.
Hello, Graham.
Hello, Mr.
Hi.
Wales.
Yes, Graham.
Very nice programme. I thought that was a very, very strange video, I must say, by the way, about all them frogs wailing about it. It sounded more like a nightmare than a fantasy, I don't know.
Do you know, he
But I have a
sounds
bit
sort
of
of strangely familiar.
He does. Who is he?
I have a fantasy. Well, these lads come up the drive, you know,
Yeah.
and they say, can I do a bit of digging for you and stuff for a few quid? So you give them some money, you know, that's what I'd like to do, give them some money.
Yeah.
And then catch them, because I work for DHS. I'd love to catch them.
We got a snooper investigator on. Get him off. Get him off. Goodness, I don't know. One of those DHSS. I think he sounded familiar,
He
didn't he?
sounded like he was in the closet.
Do you think so? Yeah. Okay. Let's have a little word with John from Edinburgh. Hello, John. Hi, John. Where are you calling from? Edinburgh, right?
Yes. Speaking about closets, I'd just love to see some male himbos on the show.
Some male what is?
Himbos.
Himbos?
Yes.
What are himbos?
Himbos? Come here. Just come here a minute.
No, a nice looking
What
one.
about this one?
No.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Give him a chance.
We'll see what we can do for you. What about this one? Here.
Oh, yes,
You want
please.
sex, baby? This is it.
This is it. Look, look.
You want to touch it? You want to move it? You want to get high on the telly here?
Oh, that's uh-huh.
Good. Okay, thank you, John. Yes. I tell you what, it takes one to know one, doesn't it? Okay, we'll take a break. Don't go away. Back after this.
Better quick, eh?
It's competition time!
Woohoo! What was that? Quickly, give us that joke.
Oh, I've never. This is it now.
Look at these guys over here.
I've
over
never.
there.
I'm looking
Number
at them,
3.
right?
All right.
I've never been to bed with an ugly man,
Now's your
but
chance.
I've woken up with quite a few.
Boom!
That was a little bit like a joke. Yeah.
Pass that lot over here. Pass that over here, Boothby. Yes, that's it. Good. Okay, look. Right, these are the winning answers to the competition last week, which was... You just take one out of
You
there.
want me to just take one?
Yeah, we better put... Yeah. Lots of wrong ones. We got this. Shut up, will you? Pass the rest over. Pass the rest over.
Don't you go over that.
No,
Okay, that's Suzi Quatro's thing. Right, now we asked you, or Jonathan King when he was here, asked you, what was the proper name of the theme music for his American program?
It says here, I slap your face.
That's
or something
absolutely
like that.
right.
Oh,
It's
it is.
called the theme to
Right.
Jonathan King.
And that's Sean Baker.
Entertainment
from,
USA.
Did you want me to say the name?
Yeah.
Sean Baker from Hanley, Stoke-on-Trent Staffs.
Fantastic. You get all those. Well done. Now, for those lucky people, pass all that. That's it, good, Boothby. That's a nice bed sheet there. That's a bed sheet. Yes, there's the Space Hulk game. It's about 30 quid's worth of Space Hulk game there for one. And there's Blood Bowl.
This is really violent.
American football game.
This is the Cecil Parkinson role-play game.
Fantastic.
Introduced
Yes, thank you very much indeed. And that's the second one. Now,
find your secretary.
We've got.
Keep her quiet. And don't
We've got.
your daughter.
We've got 2 of these to give away. The first 2 right answers to this question. Complete the following well-known phrase or saying. Dungeons and... No. Dungeons and... And write it on a postcard and send it to the usual address. Whaley's Mail, care of Yorkshire Television Centre in Leeds. We've got one more fax there. Let's have a go at the
Oh,
fax.
it says, Dear James, come out of the closet
Eh?
and join the real men and realize your true fantasies and slide into our hot, wet rubber suits. The dive team. The dive team, DSV, Smith, Orca, the
In the North
In the North Sea. They're killer whales.
Oh, very nice indeed. Well, it's nice we've got people watching out in the North Sea.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You got all weirdos that watch you, don't you?
We've got a lot of weirdos. You see
Yeah.
that? That's rather nice one. I like those. So send in your letters and cards to that, and we'll give those away next week.
Want to win anything that belongs to Jonathan King?
Just a minute. Hang on. Look, will you stop? Jonathan King probably likes you.
Does he?
Yeah,
I
probably.
like Jonathan King as well.
I just wanted to find out how this was going over here. Were we getting any luck on this? Who's won?
Oh, total destruction going
No
on
good?
this end, yeah. Well, we're getting there. I've nearly got them all now.
You nearly got them all.
Yeah, better get him. Go on, then roll your dice.
Yeah. Listen, I used to have trouble with Totopoly. Do you remember Totopoly? I used to have trouble with that.
Yeah, that was dull, really.
That was a
wasn't
bit
to be
dull,
honest?
wasn't
I
it,
mean,
really?
This is fun, you know, it's just...
Yeah, you didn't get people with their intestines hanging out and saying, look at this, it's disgusting. This is the most revolting thing I have ever seen. Really, don't breathe heavily on me. Is it hot in there? Probably is. Yeah.
You dead, yeah?
Yeah, you're dead.
There's a lot of killing going on in this, isn't there?
Okay, I've got 4 attacks. Go for it.
Okay, well, let you play on with it. Of course, the people who win the competition next week can get this and play it
Absolutely, yeah,
themselves.
they get the whole
All
lot,
the little
yeah.
models and all sorts of stuff. Now, I wanted to do this, you see, so I could look like one of those proper chat shows, really, and I could walk over here and lean on the piano, and I could sort of say to Susie, sing me something, baby. Just before I do that, next week, Peter Straker, good friend of mine, you know Peter. He's going to be singing on the show. I'm not going to tell you what the subject of next week's programme is. It's a little delicate, but I'll tell you next week when you tune in.
More
Have
delicate?
a lovely weekend. What?
I said more delicate than tonight?
Oh, much more delicate than tonight,
Ooh,
yes.
I'm going to watch.
A little more serious than tonight.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
But, service and manners, yes. Cecil, you've been very good tonight. Now, don't start talking in my ears. We're getting up to the end of it. He's a devil. He gets on that. You know, you can hear that, can't you? Susie is going to sing something completely different to her new video.
I am.
Are you ready?
I am. Are you ready?
Sure? I am. Have a lovely weekend, and don't forget, watch us next Friday at 1 a.m. Don't be late from all of us. Goodbye.
Maestro.
Take it away, Susie.
Thank you.
Them that's got shall give, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, and Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. The strong get small while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make the grade. Mama may have and Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Lots of friends, oh, crowding round your door. When it's gone and spending ends, they don't come back no more, yeah. Rich relations give crust of bread and such, well, you can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have, and Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Oh, he just don't worry about nothing, 'cause he's got his own.